Hello, Midnight Phoenixes. I hope you all had a truly splendid weekend. I thought today I'd tackle one of those big issues that has been debated and contested and discussed for thousands of years. That's right, I'm going to look at dogs versus cats. Now, the first thing to look at is brain size. Now, a dog brain is 64 grams, which is obviously massive compared to a cat, which is just 25 grams. But if we look at it as a percentage of the overall body mass, then by a whisker, the cat wins. Also, in terms of neurons in the cortex, while a dog only has 160 million, I know, a cat has a ginormous 300 million, which makes it 1-0 to the cat. Now, looking at shared history, it's long been said that dogs are man's best friend, and scientists have various ways to see how long dogs have been domesticated. Now, I won't go into all the boring sciencey stuff, but basically, the domestication comes out between 160,000 years and 500,000 years ago. Anyhow, if you look at felines, on the other hand, they were around 3,000 years BC. Although there was actually a kitten found buried with a human in Cyprus, which dates back 9,500 years. But it's pretty impressive, but it's still not really a patch on dogs, which makes it a tie. Now, bonding. Even the most dedicated cat owners do admit cats like their independence. Now, evolution is to blame here because cats are descended from loners, and dogs are descended from packs. So they just instinctively form bonds with people. I do like dogs. And that makes it 2-1 to the dogs. Now, popularity. I didn't really want to turn this into a popularity contest, but that's what it boils down to. The fact is, in the top 10 cat-owning countries, there are almost 204 million cats, while in the top 10 dog-owning countries, there are only 173, which does make it another tie. Understanding, hotly debated topic here. And dogs can do all sorts of cool tricks. Now, raising a paw and saying hi and stuff like that might not actually seem that impressive until you realise that chimps, who share 95% of our DNA, properly struggle with these things. Cats are actually quite similar in their cognitive ability. In fact, they're almost exactly the same, but they just don't have the motivation. So this one has to go to the canines. Super sensors. I'm not talking supernatural reading the future, I'm just meaning super sensors. Obviously, when you think of sensors of smell, you sort of think that dogs are the ultimate sniffers, with up to 300 million smell receptor sites in a bloodhound's nose. While that's true of bloodhounds, your average dog actually has less than 150 million, while the average cat has 200 million. Cats can also see in the dark 6 times better than humans can. They have super fast flicker fusion rate, which basically means they take more snapshots per minute so they can spot movement even when we probably couldn't. Which brings us to another tie. Vocalization. This is an interesting one. Clearly dogs can make a wide array of sounds. They can bark, they can snap, they can growl. Even if you don't really know dogs, you can kind of tell if they're angry or happy or chilled or whatever. But this is where cats get seriously cool, and I mean really cool. When cats purr because they're happy, they also give out this super high-pitched, super high-frequency meow, which subconsciously brings out a human's nurturing side. Now, this sort of subliminal messaging, it's also used by human babies in crying, so you gotta hand it to the cats. It's 4-3 to them. Finally, utility. Usefulness. Now, dogs can herd, they can guard, they can smell drugs, they can pull sledges, they can be raced, they can help children learn, they can find people buried in avalanches, predict earthquakes, and cats. I guess they're quite good at catching mice. But head to head, I think this one goes to the dogs, making it overall a tie. Midnight Phoenixes, I hope you have wonderful weeks, and I'll see you next Monday. Okay, on an animal-themed fact of the day, today is the 152nd birthday of the Zoology Institute of Philadelphia. Okay, I'm sorry, it suddenly got really dark while I was editing, but I forgot to do the challenge thing. I don't have a dice, so instead I've got 4 cards, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to shuffle them a bit. My challenge for the person is that you have to find a recipe online for butterbeer, and you have to make it. And the card I'm going to choose is this one, which is number 3, which is, let me just have a check, Spencer. Spencer, I challenge you.